Hey, Tactical family, we're back with another episode of Off the Wall. Today we're talking about two of my favorites. Just run. Go. All right, liking that. All right, welcome back to the Tactical Llama. My name is Mike, and this is another episode of Off the Wall, where we bring some of the firearms up close and personal that we cannot do on our lives. So a lot of people ask on the lives, can you touch this? Can you do that? Can you talk more about this specific firearm? And so I thought, well, why don't we bring some stuff off the wall and we'll talk about them. But before we do, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, comment, share. The channel's doing great. I appreciate everybody who stops by. And comment, what would you like us to see off the wall? Did we talk about something you'd like to know more about? If so, comment and let us know. So what is the first thing I'm going to bring off the wall tonight? I think the first thing I'm going to bring off the wall is my 300 Blackout. Let's go ahead and get this off the wall as I drop everything. So, like I said, first thing off the wall is my Palmetto State Armory 7.5 inch 300 Blackout. This is probably one of my most absolute favorite firearms that I own. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh, 300 Blackout, it's expensive. Is it, yeah, it can be. But when you combine 300 Blackout with suppression, it is absolutely one of the most amazing firearms that I have. I think it's absolutely amazing. So let's talk about, we're going to always go from butt to front. And we'll talk about this. Now, what we have paired with for our pistol brace is an SB-A5 Tactical. This one is pretty awesome. If you're familiar with these pistol braces, if you remember the SB-A3s, right, they were kind of sliced right here and they were all kind of squishy. Well, they've kind of taken that away here and kind of firmed that up. So I really appreciate this SB-A5 pistol brace for this pistol. Now, I'm kind of putting it on my cheek, but I'll let you infer the rest of that. So I really like this. Now, in the buffer tube, I have actually swapped out for a silent capture buffer spring. So it's more of a piston type. It's not a piston, but it's got a spring, but it's not your typical buffer and spring that you would see on an AR-15, like the mil-spec stuff. It's a silent capture, so you don't get that spring noise. You don't get all that kind of stuff. It actually softens the recoil a little bit. So it's really cool, and I haven't had to do anything to adjust for having that in here. So it's really cool. Now, the charging handle we have in here is the Radian Raptor. This is their suppressor charging handle, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you might be able to see the little ports right there. Those are to help with mitigating the gas that comes back. And it does a really good job, and it makes this ambidextrous. So this is an ambidextrous charging handle. We are running the Radian Talon, let me show you all. This is clear, so let me kind of show you guys that the firearm is clear, okay? Now, this is the Radian Talon selector switch, which also makes this an ambidextrous firearm. Now, I have this set for the 45-degree throw. You can do a full 90, or you can do a 45-degree throw. I opted for the 45-degree throw, so I'm on, I'm off. Now, this side of the safety is shorter. So when you have your finger right here and you're shooting, okay, it's shorter so it doesn't dig into your finger. And then this side is longer so that I can reach up, hit it with my thumb, I never miss it. So fantastic selector switch. The trigger that we have in here is a 2.5 pound drop-in Timney trigger. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, I can't even, like, it's just, it's crazy. When it breaks, oh, it's fantastic. It really is fantastic. It's awesome. Really, really like it. And now I do use anti-walk pins. So these are the ones that you'll screw in from both sides. Now when I'm using drop-in triggers like this, or when I drop and replace any mil-spec type trigger, I move to anti-walk pins. Now the bolt release is mil-spec. I'm running a set of iron sights. So in case the optic goes down, I have to take it off. I do that. Now let's talk about the optic. We are running an EOTech XPS 0. We'll go with that. On a Unity riser. Hey, this is a real EOTech. This is not a clone. I hear people all the time, nice clone. This is not a clone. This is an EOTech. This is a real EOTech optic, again, on a Unity riser. Moving forward, we do have the Votatu 840 laser light combo. I am a big fan of this. It is budget, sure, but it has been amazing. It's held everything. It's got, I don't know if you can see the laser or not on it. Let me see if I can, kind of hard to see because of that. Let's see, let's go to straight laser. Nope. Boop, 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 let me get to the laser. There we go. So you can see the green laser coming out right there. Very bright, amazing distance on it. And so this does IR, this does laser, it does light, and you can see it's a very bright light. Double tap, I get strobe, I can do momentary, I can keep it on. It has been a fantastic one. Now, some people say I need to put it on the top. If I do, then I got to put the pressure pad on the side, and I don't want to do that because when I'm running this, I can still grip it, right? I can still get out there, and I can still run it, and I have a solid grip. If I put it on top, because it's only a 7.5 inch barrel with I believe a 6.5 or 5.5 inch rail, then I lose that ability. So that's why I run it on the side. I have my quick disconnect sling mount, and then on the front, I have my, let me see if I can get this thing off of here, my energetic Peak 30 suppressor. And yes, you can take suppressors off and on in YouTube videos. And I have the Plan A, Plan B adapter. Now, I might switch that out, to be honest. I'm not a huge, it works, but there's way better adapters for your suppressors. So that is my 300 Blackout. Again, one of my absolute most favorite firearms that I own. The 300 Blackout from Palmetto State Armory, 7.5 inch. There it is. Absolutely love this thing. Absolutely love this thing. All right, let's go ahead and put this one away. Hope I can get it back up here. And All right, what is the next firearm we're going to take off the wall? I think the next thing I'm going to take off the wall, and I get asked about this one a lot, is going to be my AP5 MKE from Century Arms. This is an absolute pleasure to shoot. Absolutely awesome. Now, this is, again, an MP5 clone from Century Arms. It is created off of the Turkish, I believe Turkish, HK tools and die sets. So this is probably one of the closest clones that you can get in terms of actual feature visuals of the MP5. Now, I have done some modifications to this. I was running it as bone stock, which you'll probably see here as I put some of the videos in here. But I wanted to change things up, and I wanted to change some things. So let's start from the rear, and let's go forward. Now, for the rear, I have the SBT foldable stock. Or, sorry, pistol brace. I thought about doing, I think they call it the PDW. The extendable, and I thought about doing that, and then I thought, man, for the price, that's expensive. But I can put this on here, bang, fold it out, ready to go. It does have a sling quick disconnect on it, which is awesome. And for the price, I think it was good, and that's why I went with this this pistol brace on here. It's very solid, very effective, and I think it works great. So you replace this whole rear piece right here, and that all comes off, and you put this whole piece back on, the end cap, and then there you go. Now underneath, the bottom of this is all manufactured. Nothing has been changed in the lower grip and fire control. Now you can swap out HK parts, so some people have swapped things out on this. I have not. I like the bottom. Now you can actually swap this out. You can put this on. They have like an AR-15 lower that you can put it on. One thing I do wish I might change, and I'm not sure how effective it's going to do or how it's going to work out for me, is this selector switch. This selector switch right here is really, really tough. And it might just be because I still need to keep working it out, but it is, I mean, you can hear it. It's very, very tough. So I may end up switching that out. The trigger is the trigger that came with it. Classic HK paddle for your magazines. They're awesome. Moving forward, I have the Midwest Industries front rail, so I can mount my optic here. So let me go ahead and kind of show you this. So there it is. There are actual, like in the actual upper here, there are little points, connection points, and this rail connects on those points right there. Now I am running it on the Holosun 510C. This is the green. This thing is fantastic. And it's a quick release, and man, when it locks up, it locks up. So it's the 510C from Holosun. Absolutely been great, dead on. So if you're ever looking for a rifle optic, and you want to just go with a dot, don't need any magnification, this might be your jam right here. This Holosun 510C is fantastic. Moving forward, there is your HK handle, right? There's your HK slap. I had to do it for you. I had to do it for you. Now, we did replace the standard front grip with a Midwest Industries rail. Now, I believe this is the 8-inch barrel, and this is actually 11 inches total length on this rail, but it adds M-lock and Picatinny. So I can add a light to this. I can add all kinds of stuff to this. Now, this is not SBR, so I can't put a true pistol grip on it. I can add, you know, a stop, angle, that kind of stuff. But the reason I got it is because I wanted to, and let me take this off of here. Now, this is direct threaded on here because every time I go to buy my tri-lug mount, they're out. Pisses me off. This is the JK 155 Versax from JK Armament. This thing has been awesome. This is a 46 caliber can, so I can shoot anything from 45 on down. Pretty awesome. Now you'll notice here that I have a lot of space in the rail because I wanted this to be tucked and give me that tucked look. So let me go ahead and screw this back on. And again, you guys, you can put suppressors on in your videos. I'm not showing anyone how to do anything, disassemble, modify. This is standard operating stuff right here. Okay, so I'm not doing anything that is against the YouTube rules. So there is the AP5 MKE from Century Arms. It is absolutely amazing. Absolutely love this thing. Absolutely love running this thing. It is just absolutely a blast to shoot. So if you're looking for an MP5 clone, again, there are a lot of different ones out there. Well, not a lot, but there are out there. And you don't want to break the bank, consider this. I have not had any problems with this. It has been absolutely great. So there you go. There are two of my absolute favorite firearms off the wall. Now, if you liked this video and like the Off the Wall series, please make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We're going to be doing more of these just to kind of get you up close and personal with some of the stuff we have here on the Tactical Llama. And remember to stay safe, stay free, support the Second Amendment. We'll see you in the next Off the Wall.